Yeah. I've seen God at work in my life. Faith is a family. It's given me a home and a place where you feel at home and you feel God's presence and you can come here and connect with people and build relationships. And I think out of all of the ways I've seen kind of God at work, it's just the fact that you don't just have your real family, you have your real family and you have your faith family, and I've definitely seen God at work in that. I think one thing that's funny here is my kids walk in here like they own the place. I mean, the doors open and they just walk in and this is their place, and I love that. So it is my family, but it is now their family too, as they've been able to grow up here at Faith. It is a home for them, and they just feel at home here and they feel comfortable here, and I love that for them. So no matter what is going on in the world, I'm able to see that they have a place that they can go and be safe and grow in their faith, and that's really special. So I don't know if I feel equipped. I think this is just, once again, faith is become a home, and I think in any home or family environment, some family members better than others, right? We all have our distant relatives as well, but they're still family. And so I think here I worship here. This is where God has brought me and my family to worship and to grow in our faith. And so I think whenever I've wanted to get plugged into something or get to know more people or be more involved or grow in my faith, whatever it is, I just start asking questions, or I look around for opportunities, whether it's asking people or reading a newsletter or a Facebook post, or just kind of finding ways to get plugged in. And so I don't know, that's what I love about being here. I don't know that I've ever felt super equipped to take on something and to lead something. I simply just feel like this is my home as well as everyone else's home, and we all are in this together. And if I'm going to be worshiping here, we need to be investing our time and our talents and all of that. And so I do it just because this is my home. So in regards to stewardship, if you're giving, whether it's time, whether it's talents, treasure, whatever it is, I think don't be afraid to ask questions. I think it's easy for anyone, even if you've been here for a while, to kind of come in. You see other people that might be more, or you perceive that they're more involved than you are, maybe like in some different groups, or they've been here longer. And it can be easy at those moments maybe to feel a little inadequate, where you're just kind of like, oh gosh, what's my place in being in this group or asking these questions or anything like that. But don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to reach out to people with ideas that you might have. And also kind of know that you'll just keep learning as you do that. I know that I've had ideas before, whether it's for like a program or Sunday school or any sort of any random thing that it could be. In a lot of cases, there are you may find out that your idea, it may not be as good as you think it is. And so once you get some responses and you think it through, you're like, oh, maybe I don't think I want to do this anymore. Then there's also this other scenario where you have an idea and you realize that like half the people here at Faith have the same idea, and so it's awesome, let's go for it. Or it might even already be happening and you don't really know what's going on, and so the more you ask questions, the more you learn, like, oh my gosh, I can get plugged into this group here. And the other thing is too, just kind of knowing that, you might ask around and have a good idea, and you might be encouraged to lead something. It might be an opportunity for you, and you don't have to do it alone. You might whether it's asking, the staff that's here, or rather it's reaching out to some friends. The more you do that, I think the more you start to realize that, this is my church, this is my home, this is everyone else's home too, and so since we're going to be a church family together, let's go ahead and try this and ask questions and see what we can do. So, yeah. First off, the friends and relationships that I have here at Faith, they did not happen in most cases, maybe any cases, by simply coming here to worship on Sunday and then going home. So I have not really made friends that way in isolation. I have made the relationships I have by reaching out and being involved. So I was reached out to be on church council, and I ran for it. I was on church council for a while. But I was reached out to in the past about some other things that I decided was not the right time for me, so it's okay to say no. I think everyone's always afraid of time commitments and what does this mean, and don't be afraid to try something. It doesn't mean you have to do it forever. I'm not on church council anymore, and it's kind of nice. I'm taking a break here, and I'm going to be involved in other ways. And so, just because you're committing to something, it doesn't mean you are committing to it necessarily the rest of your life. You're finding ways that you're able to grow and that you're helping Faith grow at the same time too. So I would just say, don't be afraid to try new things. You're gonna make friends that way. You're gonna make relationships and get to know a lot of other people. And then actually when you go to church, it's really nice because then you've got like all these friends and you talk to them, and that's how those relationships grow. I think the other thing is too, just know that whatever you have to offer, it is enough. I think it is too easy for us to look at other people that seem, rather they've been more involved, or perhaps they've been here longer, or perhaps they know the Bible better, or they're in more Bible studies. You are enough. Every person here at Faith, this is their home. You do not have to be perfect. You do not have to meet any certain standard. You just have to be you, and you are enough for whatever it is you can offer, and that's always welcome here. So we want everybody to be involved and to be plugged in some way. Some are more plugged in than others, and that's an okay thing. There's no right or wrong way to do it. It's just give things a shot. So I think I've really enjoyed it. I was asked, I'm trying to even go through the years of like what I've been kind of plugged into at different points in time, because it's been a variety of things. I was in kind of a men's group one time that I was involved with years ago, and we met on Sunday mornings. Then for a while I went to adult Sunday school, and then I helped stuff activity bags for a year or two. I did that for a while. I taught, my wife and I taught Sunday school to 6th graders one year. We taught, I actually teamed up with Renee one year, and we taught Sunday school to middle school students. I was able to lead some kind of I guess you would call them book clubs, or just kind of sort of adult Sunday school based on various topics and everything. We'd get together and talk, and all of those have been really rewarding and a lot of fun, and I've been able to just try different things. It's been great being able to do that and get to know more people and develop my family here at Faith. So it's been great. So my wife grew up Lutheran. I did not, so she converted me. And when we, yeah, exactly, way to go. And when we got married in Illinois, and when we moved here, we simply looked up LCMS churches here in Lincoln, and we went to 4 different churches on different, I think 4 consecutive weeks probably, or something like that. And we really liked it here at Faith. We also, there was a little bit of outreach from the pastor and from one of the elders that came and visited us, but we just decided we liked Faith, and we ended up here. So, and actually it even influenced where we ended up living, because we lived in an apartment at the time across town, and the next year when we were looking for a house, we both worked in different parts of town, and so we kind of used Faith as our anchor to live somewhat close to here, and so that's worked out well. So